Hello, Goodboy is a beautiful story about a young boy who navigates the afterlife with the help of his beloved dog. They traverse magnificent settings and meet a variety of personalities, each with their own stories and obstacles. Coco's excellent sense of smell and Eco's problem-solving abilities contribute to unlocking the afterlife's mysteries. The novel is full with warmth and intrigue, evoking a lovely fairy tale atmosphere. However, time is limited, therefore, it is critical to choose wisely who to spend time with. Jack, a mischievous youngster with a strange family, a dependable slingshot, and a history of tragedy, invites havoc wherever he goes. In this action-packed adventure, Jack paddles over poisonous rivers while attending school at the Elementary School of Ghosts, where he meets ghostly classmates who help him unearth otherworldly truths. Jack discovers a curious contraption that allows him to clone himself, resulting in humorous adventures. As he commands a tiny army of clones, he confronts the task of gaining his father's favor. As the stakes grow and the world teeters on the verge of disaster, Jack must gather bravery, ingenuity, and the support of his eccentric family and friends. Rytmos is a puzzle game that mixes music composition and maze obstacles. Players travel through a sequence of cubic worlds, each with complicated puzzles that require creative thinking. Solving these riddles produces musical loops, which evolve into compositions. Over 20 different musical instruments are unlocked, allowing players to experiment with tunes and create their own style. Rytmos additionally broadens players' grasp of music history by offering information about obscure genres and notable musicians. A young girl named Flay is tied in the fate of the Aztec Empire, which is annihilated every 4,000 years. Flay sets out on a risky trip to explore the difficult geography of the Aztec civilization, confronting wild monsters and contending with the mystery of a planet on the verge of extinction. This Aztec-inspired puzzle adventure challenges players to steer Flay through a maze of hazards by solving difficult puzzles and utilizing the unique powers of totems. The game features a fascinating cycle of trial and error, complemented by magnificent visuals and evocative soundscapes. Tyrant's Blessing is a tactical turn-based game in which players take leadership of the Tyrant's last remaining troops in order to topple his oppressive dominion. The game prioritizes strategic planning and execution over unit efficiency. Players must choose between battle, protecting the living, or accumulating power to defeat zombie troops and bring life back to Tiberia. Challenges emerge, such as battling robbers or rescuing a kid. Players must carefully create their heroic team, keeping in mind the wise older wizard's limited teleportation capabilities. Funtasia is a 2D racing game in which players must save Funtasia, a utopia populated by fuzzy animals, from an apocalyptic flood of debris. The game is simple to learn, but it needs mastery of time and equilibrium. Hills, pits, bridges, quicksand, cliffs, and dark tunnels are among the difficulties in the race route. The essence of the game is constant acceleration, with brakes indicating weakness. Players compete on 10 circuits, mastering 40 various cars with distinct performance characteristics. They may compete in single or team modes, as well as on online leaderboards. Monster Outbreak is a top-down survival game in which Yulia, the lone surviving member of the Royal Guard, must battle merciless creatures released by the chaotic dimensional orb. Yulia must equip herself, reinforce her fortifications, lay traps, prepare a potential final supper, and battle to survive using a vast armory of weapons such as swords, axes, and sophisticated bows. Players can take on the adventure alone or with other survivors in multiplayer. Yulia manages enemy waves using a range of weaponry, including swords, axes, and sophisticated bows. The Warlock is a gripping first-person shooter game that sends players on a perilous adventure to rid the world of evil. The game takes players through 60 massive stages in 5 different locales, ranging from Antarctica to Egypt, culminating in a final test in Hell. To survive, players must fight flying demons and 5-story robots using guns, missiles, and techniques. To perfect the art of devastation, they must also gather and improve their armory of weaponry, which includes deadly swords and enormous cannons, to deal maximum damage rapidly. Players can discover hidden methods from 38 different types of weaponry.
Oh wait, I did.
Astebreed is an exciting combat game that blends human creativity with alien technology. The game has a unique combination of vertical scrolling, side-scrolling, and rail shooter viewpoints, allowing players to navigate a wide range of settings. The game has outstanding 2.5D graphics, rich colors, complex textures, and smooth movements, creating a compelling universe. Players can gain upgrades and customization options for their mech suit, allowing them to modify their combat style to their liking. Dungeon Limbus is a turn-based roguelike game in which players must conquer a dungeon while growing their hamlet and improving its weaponry. The game includes turn-based gameplay on elaborate tile layouts, character growth through manufacturing and upgrading equipment, and strategic combat against powerful enemies. Players can also find collecting items and different endings. The game revolves on a young lady who runs a secret blacksmith shop and a community of resurrection, where each death produces power. The game tackles the subject of whether resurrection is a blessing or a burden. Kero Blaster is a game in which you play as a bipedal frog working for Catafrog Inc. Their job is to repel enemies and negotiate a difficult terrain. Initially, the frog's low health and armament may present issues. However, as players collect and earn money, they may improve their health and select improved weaponry to battle formidable adversaries. The game's pleasure is increased by the characters you meet. Kero Blaster is a distinct and immersive setting that immerses players in the obstacles they confront. NeuroVoider is a twin-stick shooter RPG set in a cyber-future environment where players battle as brains armed with nuclear rocket launchers against evil robots. The goal is to defeat NeuroVoider, the mastermind of the conflict. The game supports cooperative play with up to 4 partners, which promotes togetherness. It uses roguelike characteristics, making each game unique. NeuroVoider offers action-packed top-down shooting gameplay, local multiplayer, and randomly generated content and dangers, with 8,736 different monsters to defeat.
United States of America.
Daniel used to be a witch hunter.
Ritual Crown of Horns is an aggressive action game set in a demonic-infested parallel Wild West. The plot focuses around a vengeful bounty hunter and a witch who helps him achieve his objectives. To pursue vengeance, players must confront opponents, execute rituals, and employ different weapons and spells. Ritual has a one-of-a-kind auto-aiming technology that prioritizes accuracy over mindless firing. Characters may be customized with capes, hoods, and amulets, and unique spells and power-ups can be used. Hayfever is a 2D platformer in which players take the character of Thomas, a postman with terrible allergies. The player must utilize his allergies to traverse a perilous world, turning his limitations into strength. Each allergy has a particular effect on Thomas, resulting in major alterations in his interactions with the environment. Pollen creates a forceful sneeze, and pollution causes him to swell. Peanuts pose a unique problem. The game has 4 different worlds, 140 stages, and 240 letters to gather, with an extra difficulty level unlocked with enough letters.
Anyone dares set foot here, hit him with a—
Prepare for the massive trash tsunami that has swept the Earth. Fortunately, despite the turmoil, there is a lot of floating debris. In this new reality, trash has become the most valuable resource, providing fuel, spare parts for rafts, and even weapons. Be prepared to fight swamp crocodiles, lethal sharks, polar pirates, and a variety of other threats. Begin your adventure with the option of online or local 4-player cooperative gaming. Immerse yourself in the fascinating hand-drawn realm of garbage pirates. Explore many oceans in quest of hidden riches.
Everything we got.
Experience an intense couch fight game with up to 4 people, complete with surprising twists and skill shots. Choose from a wide cast of characters, including space wrestlers, moth assassins, and aliens, each with their own powers and playstyles. Engage in intense warfare in front of a live studio audience, employing teleportation, being invisible, ricocheting bullets off objects, or firing through walls. All techniques are permitted, and the game allows you to play on the couch, online, or a mix of the two. Witness the influence of strong mutators that may modify reality and affect the course of a battle. The game takes players on an epic adventure across 4 acts, from Westmere to the Sky Imperium, to save Rendia. To vanquish the enemies, players must control groups of up to 3 heroes each. The game has 10 different heroes, each with their own set of abilities and playstyles. Players may level up, train and outfit their heroes with weapons, armor, and charms. Procedurally created levels and dungeons give a high level of replayability. Players can select between the tough and casual difficulty levels. ABZU is an aquatic journey produced by Journey and Flower that features a colorful underwater environment full of life and brilliant colors. As a diver, you travel the ocean with fluid acrobatics and beautiful swimming controls, discovering new species inspired by genuine organisms and creating a profound relationship with aquatic life. Engage with schools of fish that react dynamically to your presence and possible predators. Explore magnificent seascapes and intricate aquatic ecosystems, and descend into the ocean's depths to find ancient mysteries and perils. Saga of Sins is an action-adventure game with a mysterious tale and arcade gameplay. Players take on the role of the virtuous cleric Cecil, who has the ability to change into 4 distinct demonic monsters in order to combat the 7 deadly sins and free Sinwell, a plague-ridden town. Each monster has unique talents that may be improved with gold dropped by adversaries. Players may swap between the animals on the fly, and each has a deadly power dash. The game allows players to explore the thoughts of 31 villagers with sinner levels based on each of the 7 deadly sins. As a time detective, you must solve preemptive crimes spanning several periods by employing map markers. A pattern of unusual happenings is forming and you must discover it. A zoomable map of each time period serves as the stage for deductions and proof. A logical approach is necessary to piece together the puzzle, and the map changes as you solve cases. The game has 5 separate epics: Steam Age, Atlantine Age, Information Age, Lost Age, and Aeon Age. Your mission is to foil criminal plots and discover the secrets of time and technological miracles.